In the NBA, rumors are usually loud, but silence means something is already in motion. After a disastrous Bucks season that ended with a 32-50 collapse, Giannis Antetokounmpo didn't just face questions about Milwaukee's future. He shut down everything. "The main source is me," he said. "Do not disturb on my phone, go about my day, improve, and come back better." That sounds calm on the surface, but around the league it didn't feel calm at all. Because when a superstar starts going quiet after a season like that, it usually means one thing. The conversation had already moved behind closed doors, and one destination keeps coming up more than any other: the New York Knicks. This wasn't just a bad season for the Bucks, it was the end of an era. A 32-50 record, no playoffs, no play-in, just collapse. The issues stacked up fast. Giannis missed a career-high number of games due to knee and calf injuries. The defense lost its identity. The offense became overly dependent on one player carrying everything, and the coaching instability only made things worse. What used to be a championship-level structure slowly turned into a one-man survival system. And when that system finally broke, it exposed the uncomfortable truth. Milwaukee was no longer built to win at the highest level. It was built to survive, and Giannis doesn't survive, he dominates. So why does New York Knicks keep coming up? Because the Knicks check two boxes Giannis actually cares about: winning at the highest level and long-term comfort. First, geography. New York gives him closer access to Europe, family, and international travel life. But the bigger reason is basketball fit. The Knicks already have structure, they already have identity, they already have a star engine in Jalen Brunson. And here's the key detail people miss. Brunson doesn't need the ball the way most stars do anymore. His game has evolved into something more flexible, more efficient, more off-ball capable, more adaptable. And that matters. Because Giannis doesn't want to share control, he wants to be the system. And New York can actually offer that without collapsing the offense. Add in defenders like OG Anunoby, and suddenly you're looking at one of the most switchable physical playoff-ready cores in the league. That's rare, that's why this conversation is real. If the Knicks go all in, this isn't a soft offer. It has to be massive. A realistic framework would look something like this. New York receives Giannis Antetokounmpo, Milwaukee receives Karl-Anthony Towns, Miles McBride, multiple first-round picks, including unprotected future selections. From Milwaukee's perspective, this is a reset button. Towns becomes a scoring anchor, the picks give them long-term flexibility. It's not a rebuild in the traditional sense, it's a retool with assets. From New York's perspective, this is a full-on championship gamble. You are sacrificing depth, future flexibility, and multiple years of draft control for a single idea. If Giannis is on your roster, you are a title contender immediately. No development curve, no waiting, just contention. If this trade happens, the entire Eastern Conference shifts, because a Giannis-Brunson pairing changes everything. Giannis becomes the downhill force nobody can match, Brunson becomes the pressure release guard who punishes over helping, and surrounding pieces like OG Anunoby turn into perfect complementary defenders. The math is simple: double Giannis equals open shooter, help on shooters equal Giannis at the rim. It becomes unsolvable over a 7-game series, and defensively it gets worse for opponents. You're not just attacking a team anymore. You're trying to score through a wall of elite athletes, length, and physicality. But there is a cost. Depth disappears, rotation flexibility shrinks, and everything becomes about health and timing. Because in this version of the Knicks, the window is not long. It is explosive and brief. Now let's talk about the risks. This is where things get real. First, health. Giannis plays like a force of nature, but that style has consequences. The more miles he accumulates, the higher the risk in high-stakes playoff moments. Second, the salary cap. A deal like this pushes the Knicks into extreme cap restrictions. Once you're in that territory, roster building becomes almost impossible. Every move gets harder, every mistake becomes permanent. And third, the the ultimate risk. There is no safety net here. If Giannis gets injured or slow down, you don't just lose a star. You lose the entire identity of the team. This is not a build for the future move. This is a win right now or regret everything later move. So here's the question. Do you stay safe with a strong, sustainable Knicks roster, or do you swing for the most dominant force in basketball? Because Giannis doesn't raise your ceiling slightly. He breaks it. He turns you into a problem the league has to solve immediately. And in today's NBA, that kind of opportunity almost never comes available. So if the doors opens, the Knicks don't hesitate. They go all in. But now the real question is yours. Would you make this trade? Tell me in the comments, and peace.